The city sleeps, but the wires are humming. A violet haze settles over the skyline. I can feel the floorboards breathing with the bass. Close your eyes and let the shadow take you. Streetlights flicker in a broken rhythm, painting silver lines across the empty room. I watch the headlights fading in the distance, swept away inside the quiet velvet gloom. There is a secret in the way the air is moving, a heavy warmth that wraps around the chilling breeze. I leave my worries at the threshold, oh, the doorway, and let the midnight drop me softly to my knees. The clock is melting, time is slowing down. We are the ghosts that wander through the town. The frequency is climbing up my spine. I leave the waking world so far behind, caught in the neon currents, drifting deep, where heavy hearts forget the weight of we. The bass is rolling like a distant sea and washing every broken part of me. Caught in the neon currents, floating far beneath the static of a soulless earth. We use our shadows in the indigo, just ride the rhythm and let it all go. The glass is cooling on the edge of my table. Condensation dripping down into the dark. I trace the patterns of the smoke up to the ceiling and watch it scatter like a solitary spark. No need for speaking when the groove is softly guiding. The heavy sub is speaking languages we know. Through empty avenues our consciousness is gliding, illuminated by the evening glow. The clock is melting, time is slowing down. We are the ghosts that wander through the town. The frequency is climbing up my spine. I leave the waking world so far behind, caught in the neon currents, drifting deep, where heavy hearts forget the weight of we. The bass is rolling like a distant sea and washing every broken part of me. Caught in the neon currents, floating far beneath the static of a sundown star. We lose our shadows in the indigo, just ride the rhythm and let it all go. Gravity is just a memory now, suspended in the sound. We figure out how to breathe beneath the weight of everything, to hear the song of quiet shadows sing, a sudden rush of warmth inside the cold. A brand new story waiting to take hold.
drifting through the static of the midnight hour. A distant rhythm pulling at the edges of my mind. Subwoofers humming like a heartbeat in the floor. I close my eyes and leave the heavy world behind. The city lights are bleeding through the rainy glass, a watercolor painting of a world asleep. I watch the glowing headlights as the taxis pass, and dive into a frequency so warm and deep. There is a sanctuary hidden in the bass, a quiet architecture built of synthesized sound. I lose the memories that I do not wanna trace, until my floating feet forget the solid ground. The shadows open up to let the color in, a slow crescendo rising from the velvet floor. I feel the electricity against my skin. I am a spirit to the person I was before. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. A rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Blazing in the glow of ultraviolet light. I do not have to think, I only have to move. The kick drum fades away into a quiet hum. Electric piano chords are gliding through the air. I let the soothier isolation overcome the tangled up illusions of my own despair. We are just whispers in an empty corridor, but in this atmosphere we are a golden spark. I'm not afraid of the silence anymore. I found a glowing constellation in the door. The shadows open up to let the color in, a slow crescendo rising from the velvet floor. I feel the electricity against my skin. I am a stranger to the person I was before. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. The rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Blazing in the glow of ultraviolet light. I do not have to think, I only have to move. Since the centers elevate the atmosphere, a syncopated bassline washes over my chest. The smoke begins to rise and suddenly it is clear. This hypnotic sanctuary is where I rest. The snare is building up the tension in the room. The sudden rush of magic bursting from the gloom. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, swimming through the currents of a neon sea. Everything is heavy but my soul is light. The rhythm is the only thing controlling me. Caught inside the echoes in the velvet night, surrendering my spirit to the endless groove. Lost inside the magic of the flashing light. Forever in this moment I am free to move. The beat dissolves into the fading atmosphere, a gentle repetition slipping out of sight. The whispers are the only thing I still can hear, just echoes fading softly in the velvet floor. Floating in the space
gravity to hold us down, just the quiet healing hum of the sound. The city lights are fading on the edge of the bay. We leave the heavy shadows of the waking day. I watch the silver ripples catch the midnight moon. We are slipping out of orbit, getting closer to you. A velvet wave is crashing in the back of my mind. We left the rushing hours and the panic behind. Your silhouette is glowing in the indigo blue. There is nothing but the rhythm pulling me into you. The water rises up to catch our fall. I do not feel the weight of it at all. A million tiny sparks begin to trace the quiet constellations on your face. Now we're breathing underwater, diving deeper than we ever thought we would. Now we are breathing underwater, in the silence of the deep is feeling good. Let the ocean wash away the world apart. Lost inside this devastating kind of love. Now we are breathing underwater, and the current is exactly where we should. I hear your steady heartbeat in the pulse of the bass. A steady kind of magic in this hidden place. The neon colors bleeding through the dark of the tide. With every single motion we are opened up wide. The surface is a mirror that we shattered apart, to find the secret echoes living right in the heart. We do not need the oxygen, we run on the glow. Just letting go of everything we used to know. The water rises up to catch our fall. I do not feel the weight of it at all. A million tiny sparks begin to trace the quiet constellations on your face. Now we're breathing underwater, diving deeper than we ever thought we would. Now we are breathing underwater, and the silence of the deep is feeling good. Let the ocean wash away the world apart. Lost inside this spinning kind of love. Now we are breathing underwater, and the current is exactly where we should. Suspend me in the middle of the endless sea. Just keep this perfect frequency surrounding me. The pressure is a blanket wrapping around my soul. I give into the feeling, I give up control. We are drifting out further than the light can reach, far away from the safety of the empty beach. Now we are breathing underwater, diving deeper than we ever thought we would. Now The city breeze and indigo, a quiet hum beneath the streets. We are just shadows waiting for the spark. Let the night take over. The streetlights paint your face in gold, while silver rain begins to fall. I watch the midnight slowly unfold and listen to the silence call. We are tracing lines across the glass, a quiet escape from the noise of the day, watching the lonely headlights pass, letting the heavy world wash away. The frequency is dropping low, I feel it in the undertow. The rhythm catches in my chest, there is no need for us to rest. Lost inside this midnight velvet, falling through the deep blue dark. Every time the bass line swells, it lights a fire from a single spark. We are drifting on the neon tide, with nothing but the groove to guide. Lost inside this midnight velvet, where we can finally collide. The room is spinning soft and slow, your silhouette is framed in blue, a secret world that no one knows, created just for me and you. The static fades into the beat, the concrete jungle disappears. We find our rhythm in the street and leave behind our waking fears. The frequency is dropping low, I feel it in the undertow. The rhythm catches in my chest, there is no need for us to rest. Lost inside this midnight velvet, falling through the deep blue dark. Every time the bass line swells, it lights a fire from a single spark. We are drifting on the neon tide, nothing but the groove to guide. Lost inside this midnight velvet, where we can finally come alive. Time is an illusion when the tempo slows, caught inside a dream where only magic grows. Suspended in the air, a breathless harmony. The universe is playing just for you and me. Close your eyes and let the colors bleed. This electronic pulse is all we need. Lost inside this midnight velvet, falling through the deep blue dark. Every time the bass line swells, it lights a fire from a single spark. We are drifting on the neon tide, with nothing but the groove to guide. Lost inside this midnight velvet, where we can finally come alive. Fading into the indigo, just a whisper in the velvet shadow. Keep breathing slow, let it go. City slows down to a single breath. Shadows stretch across the empty avenue. Colors bleed slowly through the heavy fog. I close my eyes and let the current pull me in. Street lights flicker like a dying star. I leave my worries at the open door. Footsteps echoing inside the dark. A heavy rhythm rising from the floor. The velvet sky is dripping indigo. I lose my shadow in the alleyway. A quiet magic starting to unfold. Washing bridges in my life. The bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Reflections shimmer on the waiting glass. A sudden shiver running down my spine. I watch the hours and the minutes pass, but time is nothing in this strange design. The heavy air is tasting sweet and cold. A silver smoke is rising from the street. This is the only heaven I can hold. Inside the pocket of a steady beat, the bass is rolling like an ocean wave. It pulls me deeper into the groove. There is a secret that the silence gave, and in the darkness I begin to move. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We're floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Can you feel the frequency rising? A silent storm waking in the deep. The colors are slowly colliding. They promise the shadows will keep. Let go of the weight you are carrying. Fall into the rhythm sleep. We are floating on the neon tides, where the light and the rhythm collide. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. We are sinking in the velvet sea, where the pulse is finally setting us free. Let the midnight take control of your mind. Leave the ghost of the morning behind. Just a whisper in the static now. The glow dissolves into the dark, drifting away on the frequency. Silence is the only sound left. drifting through the velvet indigo. Shadows breathe, the city sleeps below. Quiet spark ignites the heavy air. Can you feel the magic waiting there? I left my heavy worries at the door. My bare feet stepping on the rhythmic floor. The silver moonlight spills across the room, chasing away the lingering quiet gloom. I close my eyes and let the tempo take every fragile piece of me away. The frequency is humming in my veins, washing away the echoes of the rain. The atmosphere is shifting, rising high. We are constellations in the sky, a rush of gravity. We leave behind the highest elevation we can find. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Let the deep bass carry our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the coming day. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and everything is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. The silence used to be a lonely place before I found the comfort of this place. Now every heartbeat aligns with the drum, a perfect language, a beautiful home. You reach your hand and pull me in the tide. There is nowhere left for us to hide. The neon colors bleeding through the dark. We are the fire, we are the vital spark. The atmosphere is shifting, rising high. We are constellations in the sky, a rush of gravity. We leave behind the highest elevation we can find. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Let the deep bass carry all our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the end. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and everything is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. Hold your breath and dive into the deep. This is the promise that the midnight will keep. Falling upward, floating off the ground, lost in the beauty of the echoing sound. Higher and higher, the pressure will release, finding our ultimate and beautiful peace. We are swimming in the currents of light, burning like a beacon through the middle of the night. Everything is carried all our fears away. We don't ever have to think about the coming day. We are swimming in the currents of light. Everything is beautiful and nothing is right. Feel the wind wash over your open soul. Lose yourself completely and just give up control. Fading out into the glowing atmosphere. Sugar white ringing in my ear. We are floating, we are drifting outside, sleeping in the currents that are in light. Breathe in the cool and heavy midnight air. The world is asleep,
but we are awake. Falling slowly into the rhythm of the dark. Let the unseen current pull you under. Midnight paints the city in a shade of blue. I trace the glowing lines that lead me back to you. The concrete softly hums beneath my heavy feet. I lose my sense of time inside this empty street. Cosmos on a silver thread, following the music where my soul is led.
quiet night. Soft pulses moving through the hollow space. I can feel the atmosphere begin to shift. Everything is weightless in this hidden place. The city sleeps below a blanket of silver mist. I am standing on the edge of something I can't resist. Neon reflections bleeding out on the wet concrete, following the steady rhythm of a distant heartbeat. We leave the very shadows of the world behind, searching for a frequency that elevates the mind. Every breath is a vapor melting into the air, send away the remnants of a quiet despair. The barrage is like a tide, pulling us near, dissolving every single doubt, erasing the fear. I close my eyes and let the sound wash over my skin. This is the moment where the beautiful colors begin. We are diving into liquid light, swimming through the endless night, caught inside a perfect dream, flowing down a glowing stream. We are diving into liquid light, everything is feeling right. Let the bass drum guide the way. We are never going back today. Stripped down to the barest echo of a whispered word, the sweetest silent melody that I have ever heard. Your hand in mine as we glide across the empty floor. We have found the hidden key to a forgotten door. The bassline breathes a living thing inside us, just a sanctuary where our roaring souls can rest. Affected older, dance in your open eyes as we ascend into the velvet of the midnight skies. The temple measures like a tide, pulling us near, dissolving every single doubt, erasing the fear. I close my eyes and let the sound wash over my skin. This is the moment where the beautiful colors begin. We are diving into liquid light, swimming through the endless night, caught inside a perfect dream, flowing down a glowing stream. We are diving into liquid light, everything is feeling right. Let the bass drum guide the way. We are never going back today. Higher hair past the endless feeling line, where the sacred constellations perfectly aligned. I can hear the echoes in the synthesizer chords, speaking in a language that is deeper than words. We are breaking through the ceiling of the stratosphere, and the vision of tomorrow is beautifully clear. We are diving into liquid light, swimming through the endless night, caught inside a perfect dream, flowing down a glowing stream. We are diving into liquid light, everything is feeling right. Let the bass drum guide the way. We are never going back today. Fading out into the colors of the dawn, just one single heartbeat echoing on and on. The liquid light remains alive inside of me, drifting away into the silent peace. peaceful sea.
Stretch across the empty room. We are floating in the velvet dark. Wait for the rhythm to pull us under. I watch the headlights paint the window pane, golden rivers washing down the street. The world outside is dissolving in the rain, while we get tangled in the steady beat. Time is moving like a heavy tide, pulling the secrets from the atmosphere. There is nowhere left for us to hide, but I have never felt so weightless here. Waves of shit, colors blur. Every silence is a quiet word. Close your eyes and let the bass drop low. This is the only place we need to go. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are the only thing I want to see. Smoke is curling through the purple light, a quiet haze against the spinning fan. We surrender to the edge of night, drawing the map without a master plan. Echoes are bouncing off the painted wall, lounge keys ringing like a distant bell. Arms you're wheeling to embrace the fall, under the magic of this midnight spell. Pixel shit, colors blur. Every silence is a quiet word. Close your eyes and let the bass drop low. This is the only place we need to go. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let the tempo dictate how we move, lost in the center of the deep house groove. Nothing is real but the sound in our chest, leaving the daylight behind to rest. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are the only thing I want to see. The kick drum fades and the air stands still. Voices are drifting from a distant hill, some to salt in sweat like a rising sea, washing the gravity right out of me. Float is suspended in the ambient space, before the rhythm pulls us back to grace. Caught in the current of the midnight frequency. You are a neon ghost right next to me. We let lost in the shadows that the music made. We are just echoes in the silent dark, a lingering frequency, a glowing spark. Glowing spark. City sleeps beneath a blanket of violetness. Headlights trace long memories across the empty glass. A low frequency is humming softly inside my chest, just letting the cool night air breathe for me. Street lamps blur into ribbons of gold as the temperature drops and the pavement grows cold. I am drifting through canyons of concrete and glass, watching the shadows of yesterday pass. Your voice is a whisper caught up in the breeze, shaking the leaves of the silhouette trees. I dial the rhythm down deep in my soul, giving the midnight complete sweet control. The skyline is waking with electric sparks, lighting the corners inside of the dark. A sudden rush pulls the gravity away, leaving behind all the noise of the day. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night, losing ourselves in the ultraviolet light. Heartbeats sing to the rhythm of the street, where the ocean of stars and the atmosphere meet. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night. Everything heavy suddenly feels light. No destination, nowhere else to be, just a deep house groove and this midnight sea. Ooh, ooh, Dashboard glows with an emerald hue, painting the silence I'm sharing with you. We trace the geometry drawn in the sky, watching the satellites silently fly. The world is asleep, but we are awake, riding the ripples the basslines make. Windows are down as we cut through the chill. Time slows around us, so quiet and still. The skyline is waking with electric sparks, lighting the corners inside of the dark. A sudden rush pulls the gravity away, leaving behind all the noise of the day. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night, losing ourselves in the ultraviolet light. Heartbeats sing to the rhythm of the street, where the ocean of stars and the atmosphere meet. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night. Everything heavy suddenly feels light. No destination, nowhere else to be, just a deep house groove and this midnight sea. Drifting to the echo, drifting to the sound. Let our feet lift softly off the ground. In the
spaces between the hi-hats and the bass. We have finally found our hiding place. Wash away the worries, dissolve into the air. Nothing else matters when we are floating there. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night, losing ourselves in the ultraviolet light. Heartbeats sing to the rhythm of the street, where the ocean of stars and the atmosphere meet. We are riding the pulse of a velvet night. Everything heavy suddenly feels light. No destination, nowhere to speak. Just a deep house groove and this midnight sea. The kick drum fades out into the glowing fire. Echoes linger in the quiet, empty space. Just a warm vibration left inside my mind, floating away, vanishing till the dawn. Breathing in the heavenly night air, watching the city lights blur and fade. A silent rhythm waking in the deep. We leave the waking world and slip away. The pavement hums beneath my restless feet, a steady tremor moving down the street. I feel the shadows wrapping around my skin. This is the moment where the dreams begin. We lift the heavy weight of yesterday. Lost in the frequency, we float away. The amber glow of street lamps rushing by, reflecting constellations in your eyes. Feel the temperature start to rise. Electric currents in the velvet skies. The silent shadows into sparks of light. We are surrendering to the night. Meet me out on the velvet horizon, where the rhythm is all that we know. Hold my hand while the bassline is rising into the beautiful radiant glow. We are infinite, riding the ocean, caught in a pushing circular motion. Meet me out on the velvet horizon. Don't ever look back, just let it all go. The world is spinning in a slower frame. I hear the echoes calling out my name. A sudden rush of warmth against the cold. A secret story waiting to be told. The glass and concrete melt into the dark, leaving a brilliant shimmering spark. We navigate the spaces in between and wake inside a lucid painted dream. Near the temperature start to rise. Electric currents in the velvet skies. The silent shadows into sparks of light. We are surrendering to the night. Meet me out on the velvet horizon, where the rhythm is all that we know. Hold my hand while the bassline is rising into the beautiful radiant glow. We are infinite, riding the ocean, caught in a perfectly circular motion. Meet me out on the velvet horizon.
every secret that the daylight ever hid. We are swimming in the neon ocean tide, where the rhythm and the falling rain collide. Let the baseline wash away the setting sun. In the shadows, you and I are moving as one. We are swimming in the neon ocean tide, where the rhythm and the falling rain collide. Let the baseline wash away the setting sun. In the shadows, you and I are moving as one. Whispers travel on a cooling breeze, moving silently through trees. A silver glow upon the dashboard glass, watching the solitary moments pass. I close my eyes and let the tempo guide. There is nowhere left for us to hide. The frequencies are pulling at my soul. I am giving up the illusion of control. Colors bleed into the dark, pulling me away. I forget the heavy words that I was meant to say. Caught inside the sweeping current, floating off the grid, unlocking every secret that the daylight ever hid. We are swimming in the neon ocean tide, where the rhythm and the falling rain collide. Let the baseline wash away the setting sun. In the shadows, you and I are moving as one. We are swimming in the neon ocean tide, where the rhythm and the falling rain collide. Let the baseline wash away the setting sun. In the shadows, you and I are moving as one. Weightless, I am rising through the atmosphere. Everything is suddenly so crystal clear. The muted kick is thumping in my chest, putting all the daylight ghosts to rest. Breathing steady, exhale the light. We're all the architects of the velvet night. We are swimming in the neon ocean tide, where the rhythm and the falling rain collide. Let the baseline wash away the setting sun. In the shadows, you and I are moving as one. We are swimming in the neon ocean tide, where the rhythm and the falling rain collide. Let the baseline wash away the setting sun. In the shadows, you and I are moving as one. The tides are pulling back into the deep, leaving only echoes for the dark to keep, fading out into a quiet, endless blue. Nothing but the velvet night in